Yeah.
His life, probably.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, not one of. Not one of. His first ever World Touring Car race, particularly in Macau, he will always remember. But a win here, goodness me. Goodness me. There's going to be some very sore-headed Hungarians come Monday. Just a shame last Monday and Tuesday were bank holidays and not this Monday and Tuesday. Well, I tell you what, Daste could still unsettle him. Look how much Muller's had to drop back defending. He's got nothing left except for track position. All he can do is plant the car on the road. And Huff is fancying his chances against Gabrielli. He still fancies a pass. Look, he's so hard up Tarquini.
You can see the mid-corner on that.
Yeah, the
Get your nose in.
Again, the Chevy is so good in the corners, isn't it? Great under braking, good in the corners, but that new engine's got great pickup off the throttle and onto it again. He just leaves Huffy too far behind. All of this is going on and Muller's off. Muller is off, and through goes Daste, and through goes Engstler. Come on, France. Don't let the blue car have his own way. Remember how he biffed you out of the way in Marrakesh? Yes, Franz Engstler, a big drift there to stay in front. And here we go. Okay, no words are necessary. Listen to what this means. Just listen to that crowd. Out of the final corner, he was easing across the line like Usain Bolt and Zoltan. Wow.
There is not a single person in the grandstand who's not stood up.
Not a dry seat in the house. His girlfriend is thrilled. She's got tears in her eyes. And Zoltan Zengo, who I guarantee has not breathed in the last 3 laps, finally can breathe again. Norbert Michelis, Hungarian driver, Hungarian team, Hungarian victory. Last year was a massive roller coaster of emotion. Look at that.
I think he's just made some friends.
Well, if Steve Redgrave ever had the chance to win an Olympic gold medal in rowing in London, if Chris Hoy wins a gold in the Velodrome, any British athlete wins a gold medal in the Olympic Games in London 2012, they will go some way to knowing what this guy feels now. What a race for Norbert Michelis. What a race for 50,000 plus mad Hungarian fans. Before to James Nash, pulling off a couple of laps from the end of the race. Looks like that was a mechanical.
A few clouds of black smoke coming out the back.
Yeah, I think there just might have been some muck on the track, possibly, but all of that pales into insignificance, I'm afraid, because I think the only time we've been quite as emotional about a win was when Alex Zanardi won his first World Touring Car race, because that was such an epic story. And we followed the roller coaster of this boy and this team for the last 2 or 3 years. And boy, this crowd, you know, if there was 8,000 or 10,000 people here, it'd be a great story. The fact that there's, you know, getting on for 10 times that number is just
we're also forgetting Mehdi Benani.
Yes.
And his best result ever, pro team. I mean, what a turnaround for team.
4th in race 1, 3rd in race 2. First overall podium for him. He can't even get out of the car fast enough for the crowd. Yes. We see the Moroccan flag in the background with the Hungarian one.
I don't think Alain would have wanted to overtake him come the end.
He would have, but he would have felt sorry afterwards. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, Matt, I remember seeing you standing on the podium when you first won a British Touring Car race as an independent, and there must be some kind of memory of that in you that gives you an idea of what he's feeling right now.
It's almost like an out-of-body experience, like it's someone else, or then you're afraid someone's going to take it away from you. But you know, it's almost the disbelief that it's happened.
All the heartbreak, all the close calls, all the times of trying. Well, no, he's got to go away now. We're going to talk to him. Ben's going to catch up with him. Then he'll go inside for the press conference for the TV. He'll go inside for the press conference, the media. Doesn't matter. 50,000 people will be waiting here until 9 o'clock at night to cheer him if they have to.
Yeah, all we need is John Clennon to throw him out now for taking a bit too much curb in one of the... I double dare him.
Taking a bit too much of a liberty with everybody else and just driving away. OK, Ben, what's he got to tell us?
Winner of race 2 at home. You don't need to hear this crowd. Norbert, congratulations, your second race victory, your first here in Hungary.
I just don't know what to say, honestly, because I was not expecting to win today, but I had a perfect start and then just had a pace. The car was brilliant, so I didn't have to even to push all race. So it's just amazing. Just look at the people. Amazing. It's the happiest day of my life.
Enjoy the podium.
Thank you.
But you know, Matt, maybe that also adds to the otherworldliness of it, because actually once he'd fought his way around the first couple of corners, he was only in a race with himself.
You can see he's a little bit dazed, trying to take it all in. I mean, he said he had a good start. He didn't have a good start. He had a mega start. Yeah. Like, I mean, that was phenomenal.
That was why they made one of the standing starts into a rolling start.
That was like one of the starts old Smoking Joe used to make.
Although he wasn't ambitious with the lights. He waited and he went. But
he did.
By God, he got it hooked up. But you're absolutely right. Sometimes you just get it absolutely nailed. And that was one of those times. What's the date today? 6th of May, 2012. Norbert Michelis wins in Hungary. And again, you know, that gets the monkey off their back for last year. All that roller coaster of emotion to end in heartbreak. Okay, it was an epic story, but they went away, all of them, every single Hungarian-speaking person here, heartbroken, disappointed, call it what you will. This year, well, we might need to go out in Budapest tonight, I think. Well, there might be a few people in the bars.
Another good, important point. That will actually mix the independents up a fair bit as well, because with Oriola finishing down in 3rd in the independents.
Well, and now look at this. This is a conventional racetrack. It's a conventional round, no rain. We got 2 independents in the outright podium. Norbert Michelis and Mehdi Banani. Zoltan Zengo, very happy man.
Pepe's shaking his head there. You shouldn't shake your head, dude. Just...
well, he's disappointed because he could have been for the first time on the outright podium. He just didn't have it to offer to the BMWs here. And it took until the end of race 2, really, for the BMW advantage to come through again with any type of overtaking. 12th place for Coronel, incidentally, in the end of the race, so I'm guessing he didn't keep the magic old tyres on. I think he probably put some shonky new ones on and lost all that performance. Of course, he had that problem at the start, didn't he? And
he had the problem at the start. The pace was slightly hotter through the race. The lap time was hotter mid-race and sort of the latter half.
Well, what a race. Round 10 of the FIA World Touring Car Championship after the warm-up that was last year and 50, 60,000 fans cheering their hero to the echo. We came here full of anticipation, full of hope that we'd see the same crowd again, despite it not being free admission, and we have. And for their boy, for Norbert Michelis, what a race, what a performance, what a day. Well, they only have eyes for one man here, and he will be the man on the top step of the podium in the Hungaroring. 3rd place, first outright podium for Mehdi Banani. I said after he was 4th in race 1, it would take a while to knock the smile off his face. I might have to add a couple of weeks to that while. Alamenu 2nd. Norbert Michelis, the slightly dazed and confused race winner here. What a day to savour for him.
I think it's actually going to take a few days, and if not weeks, for this to sink in.
Menyu's trying to rev the crowd up because they're gone a bit quiet for a moment there. They need a bit of geeing up, don't they?
I thought they'd all run out of air horns because they've been doing them every lap for the last...
Now, I don't think I've ever heard the Hungarian national anthem. Now we're going to hear it sung by 50,000 voices. That's it.
That's the national anthem.
That's today's anthem. What a moment. The Hungarian anthem rings out for our race winner, Norbert Michelis. Of course, I have heard it before in Macau 2 years ago. And now our winning constructors anthem for BMW. Are going to be able to say, I was there, because this is going to be a big story all over the TV news tonight, all over the newspapers on Monday morning. He won't be back page news, he'll be front page news. And at home in Marrakesh, I should think Mehdi Banani's performances here this weekend should merit a similar number of column inches. Fourth in race one, third in race two. His first outright podium for Mehdi Banani. And again for Pro Team, a team that is really in the mire at the moment in all sorts of ways. What a weekend's glimmer of hope. Alain Menu as well, keeping this championship entertaining and exciting between the Chevy drivers. Second place from 8th on the grid. Great race by Menu.
You know, we've got to try and get out of this place safely.
I'm not in a hurry.
50,000 Hungarians trying to emulate their driving hero getting out of here.
I'm not in a hurry. See, the other thing is we could leave now because they're not. They're not going to leave until they are absolutely confirmed that Norby is left. They're all going to leave the grandstands and try and get into the paddock.
I know they are. That's what was worrying me.
To get a chat with him. Well, what a day. What a day for the Hungarian team. And what a day for that man. Has that man's responsibility that Norbert Michelis is in a car at all. Norbert started his racing career as a gamer online. And one of the guys he used to regularly beat drove for Zoltan Zengo and said, this kid could be good. Why don't we try and put him in a car? Zoltan got him in a car, let him have a drive, and he turned out to be as good at the real thing as he had been online. Entered him into the Clio Cup. Next year, he's running him in the Seat Leon Euro Cup. A year after that, they're in the World Touring Car Championship. That's how fast this boy's rise to fame has been. And Norbert Michelis still is a boy, even though he is Hungary's national hero this weekend. Well, that's the first time we have seen those two independents together on the podium, Norbert Michelis and Mehdi Banani. And Alain Menu, after a Chevy 1-2-3 in race one, second place. So again, Menu with a big points haul this weekend. 15 points in race one, 18 in race two. He's the top scoring Chevy driver again. The balance of power changes. But for today, it's all about Norbert Michelis here in Hungary.